I'm going to share my story with you, but it's not mine alone. It could be anyone's, it could be yours. And if you look at any of the new, hugely successful companies, from Zappos and Twitter to Warby Parker and RogueFitness.com, you'll see that what I'm sharing is not unique. It is an idea worth sharing. Perhaps it's yours, or perhaps it's a friend, but many people believe it to be impossible. What is it that turns this impossible idea into a reality? Despite what many people may believe, it is not money, power, connections, or even luck. It is a sheer force of will. It is an unwillingness to accept no for an answer. 6 years ago, I was working as a summer intern in Washington, D.C., and I watched on as a congressional staffer ran into a meeting soaked in sweat. He looked absolutely terrible. And an hour later, when he finally dried off, he looked worse. And at the time, performance fabrics were starting to become mainstream. And I thought to myself, everyone loves these fabrics, and everyone has to wear a dress shirt. Why not put those two together? But I told myself there were too many reasons it wouldn't work. I was a college student. What did I know about business? I had no understanding of the textile industry, so on and so forth. So I shelved the idea. But over the last 10 months, I have come to build Mizzen+Main with the vision to make it a great American brand. We're starting out with that idea that I've had for so many years, the sweat wicking, wrinkle-free American-made dress shirt, but we're only going to grow out from that nucleus. The majority of textile manufacturing has left the United States, but there are a new breed of companies that are out there making high-quality goods and clothing right here at home. Over the last 10 months, I have heard no at least 500 times. And I never questioned whether I would keep going, particularly when it came to keeping production right here in the US. Manufacturers didn't work with our fabric. They didn't have our fabric. They didn't work with dress shirts. They didn't want to work with a startup, so on and so forth. All that I heard was a chorus of no. But I knew that we could do it, and I believed in our product. And so I pressed on, especially, again, when it came to keeping production here at home. You see, national unemployment has been above 8% for 43 straight months. We hear that a lot lately. But even worse is the U6 number, which includes those that have dropped out of the labor force altogether, or who are significantly underemployed. That's around 15% nationally. But worst of all is our veterans. They're facing unemployment between 10 and 20%, higher in some areas. These brave men and women sacrifice everything, and they're coming home with little hope for the future because of this terrible economic mess that we're in. Many of them don't even really know where to start. Black Hawk pilot, gunnery sergeant, rescue swimmer. These aren't standard job descriptions. And so they're hearing no from employers because they're not able to translate effectively into a standard resume or interview. Or worse still, they're becoming discouraged. And they believe they don't have a place in a civilian labor force. So Mizzen+Main is proud to pioneer a unique and innovative job training and placement program where we offer private sector marketable startup experience and we pay for it. And our goal is to help these men and women find jobs. Our focus on keeping domestic manufacturing a key part of what we do is intrinsically intertwined with helping these brave men and women get back on their feet back here at home. And whether it's helping America's veterans prepare for their next battlefield, the American economy, or helping brave men like Taylor Morris, a Navy explosive specialist who lost all 4 limbs in Afghanistan back in May, helping him get his life back on track. We believe in helping these people, but also helping them help themselves. And so why do I share this story with you? It's a young company. I have a long way to go. I share it for 3 very simple reasons. 1, this is my life. This is not a motivational speech. This is not a book of platitudes. I have been told no hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. But it was only when I stopped taking no for an answer that I was able to bring this to life. And to bring to life my dream of starting my own company in a socially responsible way that I was able to achieve it. Second, I let no stop me in the past. And I hope that won't be the case for you all. And third, this community, this campus, this country, this world, it needs people to stop taking no for an answer. New companies and initiatives that result in new jobs are the result of people who won't take no for an answer, especially when it comes to the world's toughest challenges. A few more examples. Harvey Lacey was at an SMU Institute, Hunt Institute event 2 years ago, stood up and said, "I think I can make a house out of trash, and I can do it in a way that women can do it." Through a lot of no's, he's actually doing that right now. He's in Haiti, training women to make houses out of trash, providing jobs and shelter, and these things stand up to a magnitude 8.6 earthquake. Oscar Pistorius competed in the London 2012 Olympics with no legs. He was told, no, you can't compete because blades are an advantage. Sure. He didn't take that and accept it. He pushed back, and now he's an inspiration for millions, and not just those with disabilities. Damon John pulled himself out of one of the toughest neighborhoods in New York and built a multi-billion-dollar global fashion empire. Robert Herjavec was the son of an immigrant, came to this continent with $20 in his pocket and knew almost no English, and now he's a technology mogul and a seasoned investor. Peter Thume started yet another bottled water company, just what the world needs, but he did it in a different way, and he got us to think about bottled water differently. And not content to solve just one of the world's toughest challenges, he decided to start Fonderie 47. They destroy AK-47s on the street in Congo, melt them down, and turn them into beautiful pieces of jewelry. I'll never forget Peter's TEDxSMU talk last year because it's a constant source of inspiration for me. A man as brilliant and as seasoned as Peter is still told his ideas won't work. And Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Square and executive chairman and founder of Twitter. Anytime you think you're having a busy day, imagine running both of those companies. But he had an idea for a social network. It was 140 characters. It's crazy, right? Facebook is the social network. It'll never work, except for it brought down dictators that had a hold on power for 30+ years and changed the way the world communicates. Imagine if any of these people had told themselves no or accepted no as an answer. Imagine if Steve Jobs had said, I don't think we can compete with Microsoft, or a phone? What are you talking about? Imagine if Abraham Lincoln had said, okay, you're right, this is too hard, and let our country fall divided. Now, please understand, I'm not saying you have to quit your job and go out and start something. Many of you are here in college. Now is the perfect time for you to start something. I promise life will only get harder and more complicated as you get older. But for those of you in the working world, take your idea, bring it to your boss, and say, let me bring this idea to life, new product or service. Go affect measurable change at a nonprofit, and don't let no stop you. Jack Dorsey recently said about new ideas, we can spend our time being disruptive and make small changes, or we can be thoughtful and architect a revolution. And on revolutions, he said, it's much easier to give your time, blood, sweat, tears, and hard work to a revolution you believe in. So make what you do in your life something that you believe in. Make it something bigger than yourself, something that has a positive effect on our community, our country, and our world. And please remember, the next time that you hear no, think go. No is just a cue to reorganize and press on. Thank you.